Good morning and welcome to Football 360GH. So we're still in the Uefa Champions League season. Yesterday I previewed 3 matches, and it all was on point. Those who took it serious got 10 O's from the 3 matches. I have no idea how it amounted to 10 O's, but then they got it. So today too, I've taken 3 matches and I'm going to preview the 3 matches for you. Today, Chelsea traveled to the Allianz Arena Sports Stadium, far away in Munich, Germany, to go play Bayern Munich. Liverpool hosts Atletico Madrid at the Anfield Stadium. Paris Saint-Germain will be at home at the Parc des Princes as they play host to Atlanta Bergamo. So let's dive straight into the games. Bayern Munich, Chelsea. Whenever Chelsea is going to Munich, whatever that comes to the mind of every Chelsea fan or everybody who has followed the UCL for more than a decade is that famous 2012 UCL final that took place at the Allianz Arena Stadium when Bayern Munich hosted Chelsea, and then the game ended 1-1 draw, traveled to the penalties, and then Didier Drogba scoring the winning penalty to give Chelsea their first UEFA Champions League victory. And then after that 2012 heroics from Chelsea, they've gone back to the Munich. They've gone back to the Allianz Arena Sports Stadium, but then it didn't end well. In fact, Bayern Munich beat them by 4-1. And then in the return leg, they went on to beat Chelsea by 3-0. So after that 2012 heroics from Chelsea, they are yet to beat Bayern Munich in the UEFA Champions League. Head to head, in their last 7 meetings, Bayern Munich has won 4, drawn 1. Chelsea, on the other hand, has won twice. So Bayern Munich has tilted it to their advantage. 4 wins as against 2, and 1 being a draw. Team Bayern Munich has made some additions to their team. The team that they had last year, at least they've let go Kingsley Coman and a host of other players, but then they've brought in enough firepower. They signed Luis Diaz from Liverpool. They have Nicolas Jackson from Chelsea on loan. Already there's Serge Gnabry, there is Harry Kane, and then there is Michael Olise. And so this is a team that has firepower in terms of attacking prowess, and a team that is going to give any team in the world defending headache or defensive threats whenever they are meeting them. It's going to be a very difficult game for Enzo Maresca and his Chelsea side. Not really now Chelsea, because Chelsea has proven that they're able to study these top sides, and then they mount a strategy that goes to their strength and to the weakness of these top sides. At least in the Club World Cup final, they showed it against PSG, who also had a host of firepower in attack, but then playing to their own strength and to the weaknesses of Paris Saint-Germain, they were able to find way through them and beat them by 3-0. Proud to the game yesterday, Vincent Kompany, the Bayern Munich head coach, said he's watched Chelsea, and since last year he's had the opportunity to watch Chelsea for more than 40 games and all that, and so he's going to put all that he's watched them, learned them into test and see whether he's going to get the points. Same way Enzo Maresca, who likes watching opponent games, and so I'm very sure he has also watched the Bayern Munich team so well that he's going to match up a strategy for them. Bayern Munich, if you are to bring in momentum and then form guide, have won all 4 matches. All 3 matches they've played in the DFB Pokal, 3 matches, they have 9 points, they have plus 12 goals, comfortable. Chelsea, on the other hand, have played 4 matches in the English Premier League, winning 2, drawing 2. Their last game took place on Saturday when they went to Brentford, the City Stadium, and drawing 2-2. As at that, so they have 8 points out of possible 12, as against Bayern Munich's 9 out of 9. They have 4 wins. They have 2 wins in their last 7 against Bayern Munich, as against Bayern Munich's 4 wins against Chelsea. So it's pointing towards a Bayern Munich victory, not least if you are to match up Bayern Munich's attackers against Chelsea's defenders. You would see that since Levi Kowal was stretched off through that ACL tear. Chelsea have had to ponder on lots of experiment at the back line. At least they've tried Josh Champon and Chaloba. They've tried Torsen Adarabio and Chaloba. Just Saturday, when the injured Fofana came, they tried Chaloba, Torsen, and then Fofana. So they've been rotating their backline 2-3, 2-3. So you don't know who is going to play today or tomorrow because Levi Kowal is absent through injury. But then Enzo Maresca is a coach that can be trusted when he has just a game. There's not a double-legged affair. It's just a game, one game, 90 minutes. So you have to motivate your players to go do the kill, and when they are done, they can go party. I'm going to put my neck out for a 2-1 Chelsea victory. Yes, all the statistics are favoring Bayern Munich, everything. The form guide is favoring them, and then they have the momentum. They are playing at home. But I still think Chelsea will go to the Allianz Arena Sports Stadium tonight and beat Bayern Munich by 2-1. They make a return to the Champions League after a 3-year drought, and then under Graham Potter, under Mauricio Pochettino, they weren't part of UEFA Champions League. Now they are returning, and starting from the Allianz Arena Sports Stadium, Chelsea go to Germany, Munich, and beat Bayern Munich by 2-1. Next game, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid. Now, Liverpool have been splendid in the Premier League, winning 4 out of their 4 matches played. They sit top with 12 points. When you go to Spain, Atletico Madrid on the other side have just 5 points out of a possible 12. They've won once, drawn twice, and lost the other game. It's marks of a team that doesn't look motivated because this is a team that has invested so much since the past 3 years, and then they are always on the market trying to give the team the depth and then the quality that they would have to compete. Already they are failing to compete domestically in Spain. So how are they even going to perform at the expected level in Europe? Diego Simeone is the highest paid coach in the world. I don't know how you're going to take it, but then he doesn't show it on the field of play. You would argue in his favor that he's tried since his days at Atletico Madrid to always be part of the conversations of the top liners, and that he's replaced the Deportivo La Coruña and the Valencias that we knew of the early 21st century in Spanish football. But then he hasn't done enough. They are failing, and then they flatter to deceive always. They've won just once in their last 4 games in this season's Spanish La Liga. At Anfield, it's going to be very difficult for them. At Anfield, it's going to be very difficult for them because no one goes to Anfield and return the same. And so Liverpool, great form guide, massive momentum, even though they had to go to 90+5, kind courtesy Mohamed Salah's penalty to be able to beat Burnley over the weekend. But then everything is different at Anfield. They have Alexander Isak to unleash. Florian Wirtz having kick-started well, and then Hugo Ekitike, exciting prospects that you can get. Gakpo is around, Mohamed Salah the magician. Everything is pointing towards a Liverpool victory. Even the last 2 matches that Liverpool has played with Atletico Madrid, they've won both matches. If you were to extend it to the last 5, they've won 3. If you were to extend it to the last 7, they've won 5. And so Liverpool is a team that knows how to go around Atletico Madrid, and nothing is going to change today, especially that Atletico is not in the form of their life, and that Liverpool, even though some pundits are saying that they've been, collecting points out of the least XGs, they still find a way to get it. And I see a Liverpool 2-0 victory over Atletico Madrid today. So Liverpool is going to win. They are beating Atletico Madrid tonight at Anfield. 2-0 is the safest scoreline to go for. The last game, Paris Saint-Germain, Atlanta Bergamo. Now, Atlanta Bergamo is a team that has become a baby of Gianpiero Gasperini. For the past 5 years, Piero Gasperini has tried different models, different players, different formations, but the same philosophy to keep them in shape and keep them moving. It was sad to let Gianpiero Gasperini go, as he's now left Atlanta to join AS Roma. In comes Ivan Juric. Ivan Giroud has a lot of experience in the Italian soil, having coached a lot of Italian clubs, notable among them Genoa. He made a trip to England, went to coach Southampton, and then it was chaotic and disastrous. It didn't go as planned, so he has to return back to Italy. So the Croatian is now the gaffer and the manager of Atlanta Bergamo. Tonight, Atlanta Bergamo will make a trip to Paris, France, at the Parc des Princes to go meet defending champions Paris Saint-Germain. Not so much of a change in that Paris Saint-Germain team that won their last year's Champions League. The notable change is the sale of Donnarumma, which came after the purchase of Chevalier. And so, Lucas Chevalier was bought. It raised a lot of issues, lots of concerns, because lots of football loving fans thought that Gigi Donnarumma has done himself a lot of good being in the post of PSG, and that there was no need to change them. But then the man in charge of affairs, the man in charge of managing the players, Luis Enrique, thought that based on the system that he plays and how he wants his team to function this season, he will do well without Gigi Donnarumma. So Donnarumma has left. He's joined Manchester City. Over the weekend, he played his debut game for Manchester City in the derby against Manchester United. So not so much of a change, just that Donnarumma has gone and Chevalier has come in. PSG has started the season so well. Flores, 4 wins out of possible 4. They have 12 points. On the other hand, Atlanta is struggling in the Serie A. Atlanta has just 5 points in the last 3 games that they've played in the Serie A, and so a win and 2 draws. Not bad, but then it's not that good. And so coming up against a PSG side that has been super good this season, having won all 4 matches, Atlanta will have to go deep to be able to take a point against PSG tonight at the Parc des Princes. Mind you, this is the first game that PSG is kickstarting in their bid to defend their UCL trophy. I don't know whether they are going to do it, but then it's going to be very difficult. In the olden UCL format, that 14 group stage, it was very difficult for teams to even keep a knockout berth when they are given the opportunity to defend their title, with the exception of Real Madrid. We've changed the format. We are now in an 8-game league phase, and so everything can change. But what I'm saying is that Atlanta wouldn't be able to go to Parc des Princes tonight to go pick all 3 points, not even talk of a point. I see PSG beating Atlanta by 3-1. Then they will start their UCL defense on a victory tonight. So PSG 3, Atlanta 1 is the scoreline I'm predicting. Atlanta, I think, should have done all that they could to keep Gianpiero Gasperini, because he has gone through the mill with them, gone through host of tactical models, and then all the training regimes with them. So I don't know why they had to press that exit button for the experienced manager to leave, for them to bring in Ivan Giroud, who, no disrespect to him, has done himself some good at Genoa, but then making a foreign trip to Southampton didn't do well, and now he has his team 5 points out of possible 9. There has been a preview of tonight's UCL games with you. Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, and finally Paris Saint-Germain, Atlanta Bergamo. Thanks for doing this with me. Do like, share, subscribe to become a part of the Football 360 family, and don't forget to hit the bell button to subscribe. Thanks. See you after the games. I'll try and bring you post-match analysis, and then post-match tactics discussion, and then deliberations. Then you have the opportunity to join the discussions in the comment section. Thanks for joining and doing this with me. See you. Bye-bye.